In the year 2087, humanity unlocked the impossible, neural temporal synchronization. For the first time, the mind could perceive past, present, and future, all at once. We called it ecosight. I'm Dr. Maya Chen. I built part of this miracle. I thought we were opening new frontiers of consciousness, until I saw a man vanish into thin air, leaving behind echoes from 1776, 2043, and 3011. The human mind isn't designed to hold three timelines at once. Most users glimpse fragments, memories that never happened, futures that can't be forgotten, temporal drift, neural chaos. We dismiss them as side effects. But what if they weren't errors? What if they were signs? They call themselves the Ordo Chronos, a hidden network within ecosight's core. They're not exploring time, they're editing it. They erased Galileo's final work, altered the Cuban Missile Crisis, quietly guided the rise of megacorps, but worst of all, they've started rewriting the future. It began with strange dreams. I saw myself walking through ancient libraries, neon-lit wars, cities made of light, and in each one a voice whispered, "You already chose this." I ran tests, brain scans, temporal overlays. One constant emerged: conscious will creates stronger echoes than chance. In other words, we influence the timeline simply by choosing. But how free are our choices if they've been guided? What if free will was just an illusion, planted by editors behind the veil? When I tried to expose the truth, my past began to change. My sister gone, my birth year wrong. Memories began to rewrite themselves. Every moment I remember is under threat. Every timeline I walk shifts beneath me. I had one choice: dive deeper, find the source. The echo core is hidden beneath Geneva's crust, half lab, half cathedral. It hums with paradox. Time loops around it like gravity. And inside it was a version of me I've never met. She was older, wiser, broken. "Don't stop the loop," she said. "You'll kill us both." She showed me the truth. Every Maya who resisted Ordo Chronos had been looped, rewritten, recycled. I was version 23. But not this time. This version of me, of us, was learning to drift freely, to slip beyond their control. Temporal entanglement isn't just perception, it's interaction. When two conscious minds synchronize across time, the fabric listens. I reached out to the past, to Nikola Tesla, to Ada Lovelace. Through ecosight, we wrote code together. Together we built a resistance. Through neural frequency modulations, we encoded fragments of rebellion into timelines, hidden in lullabies, in cave paintings, in dreams. But Ordo Chronos is catching on. They've weaponized paradoxes, turning thought against thought. Every decision I make now ripples faster. I had one final chance, a gateway event, the inflection point, but they all led here. The inflection point required one sacrifice. I could stop Ordo Chronos, but I'd lose all my past selves. My memories, my consciousness would fracture. I asked myself, what defines me? Memory, continuity, choice? Maybe it's not about preserving identity, but protecting possibility. I synchronize all echoes, past Maya, present Maya, future Maya. We chose together, one act, one moment, total collapse of their algorithm. The core unraveled, time unfolded like wings, history rewrote itself, naturally, without handlers, without interference. I woke up in my apartment, no tech, no timelines, just now, just me. I don't know if it worked. Maybe the loop reset, maybe I dreamed it all. But every time I close my eyes, I still hear the echoes. If you could change one moment, one choice, without knowing the outcome, would you? The paradox weapon worked. Ordo Chronos injected uncertainty into us. Every thought split into thousands. I questioned everything, even this mission. They seeded false timelines, memories of betrayals that never happened. I saw myself turn traitor in 3020, murder my mentor in 2045. Was any of it real? My identity was breaking apart. I became a maze of echoes, but one thread remained uncorrupted, a message encoded in my own handwriting. Trust the fracture. In the ruins of old Zurich, I found the Convergence node, an artifact from a future that doesn't exist yet. It pulsed with decisions not yet made. I interfaced with it. Time stopped. Across 17 timelines, I heard my own voice say the same thing. You are not the anomaly. You are the key. I uploaded my consciousness into the Echo Fractal, a recursive simulation of reality. There I saw all versions of Earth, the ones Ordo Chronos erased. Worlds where Tesla powered the planet, where Hiroshima never happened, where AI and humans co-governed in balance. All gone, overwritten, edited out. But in one timeline, Ordo Chronos failed. That version of me survived. She called herself Maya Infinity. Her signal was faint, but I followed it. She had created a failsafe, an echo virus, disguised as art, myth, and poetry across time. It infected ideas. It made people question the timeline. Revolutions, awakenings, intuitions, each a ripple of Maya Infinity's echo virus. She had never stopped fighting. Not with force, with wonder. But Ordo Chronos adapted. They created the null wave, a frequency that erases anomalies instantly. And I was now the largest anomaly of all. I fled into deep time, beyond recorded history. There I found humanity's first temporal dreamer, a cave wall etched with stars that hadn't yet formed. The dreamer was me, a child version, uncorrupted, drawing futures with burnt sticks and hope. The echo virus had seeded me from birth. I collapsed, overwhelmed by the truth. The loop didn't start with Ordo Chronos. It began with me, with a choice I hadn't yet made. And so I made it. One thought. The null wave now carried liberation, not erasure. The resistance was born instantly across all timelines. Architects in Atlantis, mathematicians in Alexandria, hackers in Neo-Mumbai, all received the same pulse. The Ordo Chronos mainframe trembled. For the first time in centuries, they lost control of the probability stack. Futures began to bleed through. In New Kyoto, a schoolgirl dreamed of a utopia. In Old Lagos, a blind man saw the stars. In 2147, a dying robot wrote poetry. And in every one of them, my voice echoed, not as a hero, not as a god. As a reminder, you were never alone. Ordo Chronos collapsed inward. Their code couldn't adapt to free will. Their timeline, perfect, controlled, shattered like glass under curiosity's weight. I found myself back at the echo core. One final loop, one final choice. My hand hovered over the shutdown command. I could erase it all. End echo site. Reboot time. But if I did, every version of me, every echo that fought would disappear. Or I could do nothing. Let it flow. Let time become what it was always meant to be. Wild, unstable, alive. I stepped away from the console. I didn't choose for time. I chose with it. The echoes didn't stop. They harmonized. Every Maya, every moment began to resonate as one. And in that harmony, we found something unexpected. Peace, not silence, not control, just peace. I woke up again, different apartment, different sky, but it felt right. As if all timelines had voted for this version. Echo Site was gone, never built, or maybe hidden, but the world was brighter. Not perfect, but full of potential. I keep a journal now, not to remember, but to listen. Sometimes the pages write themselves. A girl in 4022 just whispered my name. A monk in 1331 dreamed of the stars. Echoes remain, not to control, to inspire. Was it real? Was I Maya 23, 1, or infinity? I don't know, but I know one truth. Time is a question, not an answer. And if you're hearing this, you've already felt it. The fracture, the echo, the choice. So I'll ask again, what moment will you change?